Hey guys, good morning traders. How you guys doing? Can you guys hear me? All right, so what market wants to do? Market has just retested all the way to the yesterday high. Interesting. Good morning, Khurshid. All right. Did you see the yesterday move? No, see, I told you it's gonna happen, right? Yeah, I mean, this is one of the best setups. I usually trade with the size, but I think the two things which didn't let me the size properly, it was the one that I started with the red day, but then the other thing was that the if you look at the initial move was way slower than I should anticipate it. Usually, it has the first initial move down, and then usually bounce back and then make the new low. But what I felt like that maybe because the institutions did not have the right position at the time, that's we're trying to build the position. And the way they were doing it, the best test is that how many times it tried to make the flag. And I was telling you last yesterday that look at how many times it made the flag and then it failed the flag, right? So this just really shows that that market just wanted to trap all the longs, and it was really big swing. I mean, I was not even expecting the recovery. It is fully recovered as well. Exactly. Yeah. See, no, I think so. See, I will tell you. So you remember we were trading ES, right? Right, but it didn't make the fall. The shooting star made into the NQ, and it's not happened on a 1 minute or a 5 minute. It happened on 30-minute chart. Go check it out. But in fact, no. So here, look at this one. So you see my screen, right? So see, so basically, what the shooting star made it into the NQ. Look at this NQ. So this basically started sell off. So ES did not have that. In ES, basically, I don't know what some people. I don't use the 3 minutes, but you can check here. But yeah, no, not really. I mean, so I guess the but you can take it. You can always look for the rejection. But usually when this setups comes in, uh, it usually drops sharp, then pull back, and then come back down. Yeah, Yeah, but I was not expecting this kind of a move. It was way slow, and I think, and it was way slow because of the NQ. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I re-entered it later on, but very small trade to make just $1,000. It is also important that we should always look. Uh, you can't get every time every move. If you look at it, usually, for me, and if you look at it, and then the reason I'm telling you that it was not a setup, you can see that because it moved up all the way up. That really shows that it was not the A setup. It moved all the way here. Yeah. No, I mean it's moved pretty much 70-80% of the move. So yeah, so 16, and then it moved all the way. Let's just remove it. It moved all the way to the close to 24,960, which is close to 25,000. It's only 50 points away. 100 NQ. So we're shorting. If you look at the ES, let me see. Look at the ES. So we shorted at 6760. It went all the way 100 points down, and then it's reclaimed 6700, and it closed close to 6710. So that is a really a big bounce. More than 50% bounce. It's really a big bounce. Yeah, 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 yeah. ES 100-point drop is really a big drop. Yeah, basically I traded here another 13. Initially, yeah, initially I think 67. I think I went into what 67.55. Yeah. Morning, Alex. Morning. Yeah, yeah. So we had the entry close to 67.55, 60. Yeah. All right. So today is another Friday. Oh, today's Thursday, not the Friday. Today's Thursday, and then right now the ES is still short of the full recovery, but NQ has fully recovered. So if you look at let's start with the NQ analysis. So if you look at the NQ is almost 25,100. So we are fully recovered now. And interestingly, and if you go back to let's go back to the Asia range. And so here, so low is 24,872, and then London also opened higher. So basically, all sessions are higher, and then this is the 4 a.m. So this is the 3 a.m. 4 a.m. We have a little dip, and then we again recovered from the previous support area, which is 24,961, and West 24,961 is coming, which is basically the high of the October 13th. So close to this is really in play right now. So a lot of okay. Again, 25,000 is in play. I will try considering going long if it holds 25,000, and going to sell if it's reject 25,000. But we have a lot of support. It could be a small small consolidation day. But so far, if you look at the daily, is a very long, on the daily chart, if you can see here, is a really long um, bottoming tail kind of a day here. Um, so, and again today, if you compare the complete range of the session from if we compare the Asia and as well as the current market price, we have a big range from 872 to 525 100. So almost more than 300 points range. So, so John Doe, I mean, so that's I think that's the number one rocky mistake a lot of new trader make. So you do not need to look at it book map every time. Okay. Um, so see, and you're right. You don't need to say well spoofed or anything. You need to understand that everyone come to the market with the one sole reason is to make money. Okay. And the book map, what is a book map? If you understand, the book map only going to show you that where people are interested in buying and selling, right? So for instance, if I'm long and I wanted to sell at 25,000, assume that I'm long at 24,970 and I wanted to sell at 25,100, right? Uh, and so what I will do, I will place the limit order at 25,100. So when I place that order, you're going to see in the book map. But after 5 minutes, I see that now price is starting going back below 24,970. What I'm going to do? I'm going to keep my order at 25,100. Of course, right? So you can say it's manipulation or spoofing. Yes, it could be the element too. The algo does that, but it's not purposefully because these all of these things are regulated and monitoring. If you have the position, you believe at the current fair price that it's going up, and you want to sell it higher. But if a price suddenly turn back, what you're gonna do? You're gonna remove those orders. You're going to bring orders down, or maybe if you're more bullish, you're gonna buy the pullback or whatever you're going to do, it will change the order book. So bookmap is not something magic. Okay. Bookmap is just going to show you that where the people are interested in right now, how traders are looking at the market. And as an intelligent day trader, your role is to identify the institutional footprints, buying and selling pressure, and then use this information in front of you. What you see here, it may not be accurate after 30 minutes, right? Because 30 minutes may change the market, right? So just take an example, the chart in front of me. If I have shorted yesterday at 25,000, right? And I wanted to buy the limit orders at 24,600, but market sharply reversed before 660, what I'm going to do? I'm going to start covering my position, right? I'm not going to leave my order at 24,600 and let it, and then the NQ come back and stop me out. I will not let it go, right? So the same thing, everyone wants to make money, right? Your job is to use that information for your benefit. I hope it makes sense to you. If not, then come and join our strategy classes. It will help you to understand more bookmap. All right, so let's go back to the analysis. So I'm looking at the NQ right now, and I think that the 25,000 and 25,100 is in play. I'm going to go long if it's hold 25,000, and I'm going to go short if it's going to fail 25,100. I would be extremely cautious as price start moving back under 24,970 because I think a lot of supports are created now. And if we look at it little more, 4 hours chart or something like that, you can see that market started making the new highs, and still not really very strongly, but making new highs. And from the previous high and then making higher lows as well. So if this is the low, this is the high, this is the low, this is the high, this is the low, and now maybe today is going to make the new high, right? So market is definitely going on the upside if you look at it. Although volatility is too much, but you can clearly see that market started going back up, uh, and making again making higher highs and higher lows. So now the question is that where we can find, I'm not sure today again is going to be the range expansion day. Given we have the range, if you look from the Asia session, we have a really nice range. But if you just look at the New York session pre-market, we have only 100 points range. So I will try if ideally if markets stay between 25,100 and 25,000, likely we should not be trading it because that's a bad range. But if it's going to break out or if it's going to break down, then we can take those trades. And let's just look at the ES. So ES, if you look at it again, let's just look at the 4-hour chart. What it's doing? See low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now question is today, can we make the new high, right? Or we're gonna make the double top of the previous high and going to fail. So that's why these are important levels, and we will see what's going to happen. And if you look at the 30 minutes chart, you can see we have a smaller range. Right now are 6740. So if we look at it 6725 to 6747, almost the 20 points range on the pre-market session on the New York. But if we look at the Asia session is from 6710, so almost 50 points range. So we have a tight range day as compared to the last few days. But let's see what happens. Do we again have a sell off or we do little buying here? So we need to see that. Let's just put the NQ on these charts. These are important ones. So right now, market again turning bullish. We need to see, can we reclaim the yesterday high? Okay, we're gonna see the new high and then we see. Morning, Alex. How are you doing? What I mean, yesterday, if you get stick, I don't know. I don't trade afternoon, but if you guys trading afternoon, you could have made a lot of money. Given the idea, I give it to you guys in the morning that the high of the day is already there. I'm not sure whether any of you guys have used this analysis to make a little bit more money in the afternoon. Did you trade it, Kurshik? So another 12 more minutes. Our action plan is ready. So what do you say, Alex? How do you see the market today? Do you see any? What's your bias towards today? Okay, we are seeing some sell-off again. But I do not trust this. The market is really in the range right now. All right, sorry, I was writing. Okay, so waiting for you to 920, 920, 24, 920, so 200 points down. Good plan, Alex. I think this is kind of a clarity you want when you starting planning out. Okay. Market is making little lower highs now on a shorter time frame. Let's see, maybe you wanted to retest the We have 3 minutes remaining before the market opens. Okay, it's pushing down now. NQ is still above the VWAP. ESS lost the VWAP now. That's not a good pullback before the market opens. Maybe it's a good chance because if it's pulled back, it might gonna give us a chance to uh, go back long here. Okay, I think right now we are in important price. We definitely rejected the highs now. We'll see. Are we going to retest one more time when market going to open, or this is it? All right, well, guys, ready? Good luck. Market has opened. First candle up. Trying to break the VWAP. Okay, first move down. NQ is above the VWAP. not have the entry. It was the first candle is almost the 30 points. Here you go, NQ, another moved up to the 90. Okay. NQ has just retested the pre-market high. There might be a chance that we're gonna get the seller here because this is also the high of the yesterday. Still making, it's just a up and down candles now. I'm looking for a short side move on the ES. It just made it. Um, I'm looking for the short under 67.30. Sorry, I did not enter. I did not enter yet in the trade. It just moved so quickly. NQ is really strong at this point. I'm watching NQ and ES both today. Let's see what it does. But NQ is really moving nicely at this point. It would be good if ES can reclaim here the VWAP and NQ also can move up. Okay, I'm going to go short under 25.65 on NQ. If it's going to fail, so far doesn't look like it's just chopping around. Yeah, I'm not yet entered. I'm going to enter now if it's going to fail now. Under 25,065. I'm in the trade. Let's see. Oh man, it's making bottoming tail again. Little chop zone. I mean, I'm stopping out. I don't like the price action. It's really choppy. I'm not taking. I'm not taking. I'm out on close to break even, but I'm not taking any more trade. It seems really choppy at this point. Let's just wait another 15-20 minutes. Market is really choppy. I'm out on the close to the break even now. Market candles look like exactly it's a small range there, which we are expecting. I'm gonna wait a little longer now. Again, it's making a 5 minute bottoming tail. We have a clear range created on the ES side, NQ side, but they're just holding that range, just going up and down in the chops range. We're still in the first 2 minutes of the candle. It's coming down now, but I do not trust this downside move. There you go. It's finally broke, but I'm not in the trade. Watch ES. If it's gonna break under 64.28, I'm gonna go short. 64.26. If it's going to fail under the lows. Yeah, I think it's wait. I think the market is chopping today, so let's just wait. Note it for me, guys. Meantime, if you have any questions, you can ask. Vivek is also off, so I'm getting a little bored. We need to patiently wait for the trade. Right now, we don't see much trade here. On the other side, the gold is just moving up. I mean, is there anything which gold can stop or no? I think there's also the Fed speakers talking today at 10 o'clock. If I recall correctly, we haven't had FOMC speakers lined up today. Member Bowman is going to speak at 10 o'clock. Um, and this look at this bounce. Can it go again, trap people on the upside? Or this time is going to break out? Well, here you go. Made the new high. Spoke the yesterday high here. Wow, very strong. ES is also broke out. All right, guys, let's look for the trades now. Market has broken out 25,100 range. But guys, rejection happened here. Guys, this is a garbage day today. As we expected, is a narrow range day. Look at this. I was expecting is a narrow range day today. As today is a narrow range day. Be very carefully. Trade is going to go up and down. Almost 40 points drop from the highs. Okay, guys, watch for the setup now. I think it's if it's gonna fail here, we might gonna get a chance here to do some trading here. The problem is the way it is doing it. I do not trust the moves it's making. Just gonna wait a little bit longer. I don't know. Um, this I think this is a job session, so it's better you avoid the. session. Let's wait if we can find one good trade here. Here you go again, spike up. I think it's just basically trying to go up and down here with no direction. Basically, SPY has almost retested the yesterday, the bounce, and is holding that level. There's a high likelihood that they're going to hold this. I'm gonna sit on my hands. I'm not taking any more trades. I'm already down $600 into the first trade. This is just the opening range. Yeah, I mean it's expected, right? If you look at if you listen to the pre-market in my analysis, and I was telling you that today is a low range day, I was expecting a chop, maybe likely to chop, unless we're gonna break either we're gonna break 25,100 or we're going to break 25,000. If we stick within these two range, ideally, I was telling you guys not to win trade. We tried first attempt for going short on breaking down and retesting 25,000, but we stopped out, and I guess that it was the right decision. And if you look at it now, it's just in the very narrow range. So NQ right now is a 60 points range, and the ES is almost the 10, 12 points range. So don't trade this range. Let it pass. Just wait if you're gonna find the setup. If you don't find the setup, then it's also okay, right? Because you found a lot of price action in the last few days. So yeah. And how about Mark and Joshi? Did you trade yesterday after we spoke about the short side move, even before anything happened like that? Do you remember the last Friday? It was exactly the same price action, and then we left, and then the Trump triggered the news, and it felt like that. If you go back to the last Friday, do you remember what was the last Friday? It's October 10th, right? So let's go back to the October 10th here. Look at this one. If you look at it here, don't look at this candle, but the first 1 hour, it was just like this 10, 14, 20, 30 points range, and then the news triggered at 10:30 about the a tariff, and then boom. If you guys recall, I'll show you here. Look at this one. Look at my chart. So if you're gonna see here, the first 60 minutes market was just within the 40-50 points range, and then the news triggered, and then we got this move, right? So I'm not saying that we're going to get this move today. Or what I'm just saying that uh, just wait for the setup. We don't know. I mean, this is really and a very untradable range. It's better not to waste your capital on trading this range at this point. Uh, there's no edge here. You can easily fail whatever you take. UVXY is still going up, so it might market might gonna sell off here. NVDA is still consolidating. SMH, it's coming down. SMH is coming down. Tesla is still, everybody's chopping. I mean, today is everybody chopping. Uh, I think the UVXY is going to be important. Can we break out over $12? If we can break out over $12, there's a high likelihood that we're gonna see some sort of a momentum back again. Okay, I think we're in the chop range. Let's just talk. I don't think so. I'm going to make any trade. I'm not going to make any trade. I'm just going to talk. If you want to talk, you ask me the questions. I'm gonna answer. No, no, no. Don't go long. There's no long and short between this range. We don't know. So in fact, what you do, if you think is long, you go short, and if you think short, you go long. Okay, try on the sim. This is the beauty of the range. So whatever you think, do the opposite. You're gonna make money. I've experienced that. See here. Look at this. You already if you've done shorting what I was telling you, you already made 20 points here because you asked me to go long on 70 and it dipped to 50. So the range days beauties are that if you think is a long, you go short, and if you go short, if you think is short, you go long. That's it. And see how fast you can make money. Only on the only on the range days. What do you think, Kurshid? You wanna try on us on a sim? Huh? You're going long or short? No, do opposite. Do opposite. What do you think? Okay, whatever you think the best thing going to happen, do the opposite. So you supposed to go short here because you said long. But right now you're in the middle of the range, so you can go anywhere. I think the another speaker has just started speaking. And then we have a next speaker. I think this is the last speaker at 10 o'clock. So maybe once he starts speaking, then maybe that's maybe when market, take the direction. Highly possible. Any question, guys? If not, I guess today is not the day to trade. Don't trade, guys. Don't trade unless we break those ranges. There is no point of trading it. Yeah, because that's what I'm saying is not a place to trade. Chop, chop, chop. Today is a cutting board. You're gonna make a thousand pieces. Yeah. So what did I say to you? If you're thinking long, you should go what? Here you go. You might have a lot of tons of money now. Almost 30 points. More than the usual you can make money. 35 points in one candle. See, that's the beauty of the range days. Do exactly opposite what you think. And I've tried it. But I don't want to do that because it's gonna mess up your psychology. But you're gonna make a lot of money. But it's a scalp only. You can't just hold those trades because it's a chop. Here you go. Look this. Now people have shorted on the bottom when it's breaking down. What happened? It went up, right? Of course, what you have obviously you have done it. If you're short bias, where would you have shorted it? On the low of the day, right? And that's the worst thing you can do to yourself. I don't know. I just go walk, help my wife in our business, uh, um, and then just sleep. Hmm? I mean, not really a job, but I just help in my wife's business. Sometime go outside, walk, relax. Uh, yeah, but just as a secondary stream. But I wanted to build this stream, but I think I'm still not successful yet. I'm trying really hard. No, I don't like it. I mean, it's too much bookkeeping. I don't like it. So you are CPA too? Oh, so okay. Somebody was asking me other day that anyone help. Where do you live? Okay, because he's in, so it's not too far because he lives in Atlanta, but he needs help in the trading accounting in Texas. So I can refer to you if you wanted to do that. Okay. So I will connect you. So ping me your number, and I will connect. I will ping to that person. Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I mean, if you have your own practice, then yeah, of course, you can do a little bit of trading and then working together. So, guys, we have one of our member is the accountant uh, uh, and CPA. If you're in the US and you need your tax accounting for your funded profits or other trading, message me and I'm gonna pass the information and you can connect with the accountant. So I'm trying to build a stream, but I'm still not successful. That I'm telling you. But at least until then, yeah. So what I'm saying is I'm trying to build that. I mean the chat room and then but so far I'm not really successful. It's been almost a year. I will see until December how's the progress in because I'm spending time but I'm not getting anything in return. So yeah, I do that but it's still not not really gets much feedback. I did free webinars. I tried a lot of things in the last whole 1 year. So I will continue to try. I mean this until December I will try. We'll see how things go. If the problem is that I basically I basically only call out the trades which I trade, but people want action. I've seen so many YouTube channels. They just go long, long, short, short, long, short, long, short. They make them play. Yeah, yeah, exactly right. So I cannot do that. What I don't do. Yeah, yeah. So that's why that's why I think because see that's what I was telling you other day as well that trading is not nothing less than the gambling and addiction. It's really strong. Okay, it's extremely worse than the even the alcohol, the gambling, because see there is no onboarding. You can use your credit cards, you can just start trading it and you won't realize. I would personally feel that if you are making 10, 15 trades a day, you are basically already addicted and you will not realize that, and a lot of people are not realizing it until it's too late, right? So why the other channels are really doing well, because they keep you addicted, right? What if I tell you now, just go short and don't take profit, just hold it. So what you gonna do? You're gonna stick with me, right? Or when it's come to bottom, I say go long, and then you're gonna stick with me. Say, oh no, it's gonna move back up. Just wait, wait, wait. And if it's dropped down, I say, oh, I stopped out. You know, but what they're doing it, they basically keep you engaging and keep your, the adrenaline or your amygdala engaged. So then you just get busy, 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 right? So that's kind of an addiction. It is. And I personally don't do that, so that's why I'm really struggling to get the CS people here. So all right, guys, I was looking at the first move down, it really breaking down. Let's see that can this breakdown holds, because I'm not want to trade, because I've seen so many time price action is going to move down and then pull back. All right, we'll see that. I think it's going to get the bounce here, unless we're going to see a complete rejection. Because the way the market is right now in the range, that um, it can easily fake you out a couple of times. So let's see that. Okay, now it's breaking down. Let's see what it does. Okay, here you go. The first move came in. I'm now getting interested in shorting it after this move. Let's see. Can this close under the lows? This guys, remember the ES is very close to closing the gap now. It is extremely possible that it can bounce from here again. People gonna think it's a long, is a short, and then it's gonna rip you up. I think again I see some order sitting at 25 100. We don't know. It might easily move back over the highs now. Very manipulative price action right now. I think again squeeze is coming now. Can it hold this? I think it's going to squeeze everybody. This is a perfect long here. What I told you guys. What did I told you, Kurshid? Just a few minutes ago. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? All right, man. I'm not taking any more trades. I'm done. I don't want to waste time here. So so I don't know. So what my plans are now, I'm gonna continue to look for this year until the December to see how things goes, and then we'll decide. Because I'm putting a lot of efforts and time. Um, because even I have changed. Like I made them a website. I basically hired some editors for video editing and everything. I've tried a lot of different things the whole 1 year. Yeah, I'm just saying that I wanted to build this as a legacy, as a stream, right? As a secondary income, and helping them out as well, right? Is a both ways, right? That's true. Yeah. But so the idea is that if you trade, you basically still you're trading your time, right? Of course, you make more money, but if you are in education business, even you're sleeping, you're selling your book, you're selling your courses, right? And you're helping others too. So, so I think that's is good that you can leave some legacy, in 10 years, 12 years, when you build that out, and it's going to give you, you know, uh, a peace of mind. Then I'm very much more patient. I don't force trades, but if you have additional stream, then it's gonna give you a more patience, because then you're more uh, you know patient to take any of those setups, bad setups. May not responsible. In order to be consistently profitable, you need to be responsible. I'm saying that, but for instance, if you do not need to pay bills using your trading, you have other streams of income, then you'll be more patient, right? You do not need to take the B setups, C setups. You only wait for the A plus setup. Just like today, when I call it the trade, it was I knew it was a B setup, right? The reason of the B setup is because it is a very tiny range day. If you lose money, it's harder for you to make money back, right? So 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 it, exactly. So there are some days where good money, where easy money, some days are hard money. So just like yesterday, even if you make the mistake, market want to give you a lot of opportunities to get it back. But so far today, price action is a hard money day. So if you lose two trades, you're not going to get two more trades to come back green. Because the moment they're going to show you the setup today's day, it started reversing it. Obviously, there's some days. See, so you need to understand that not every day is the same day, right? If you look at the yesterday, if you look at the yesterday, the first 1 hour was market expansion. Not necessarily. We are in the very tight resistance zone. We can chop around the whole day. If market is really wanted to go up, I feel that if market really wants to go up, market needs to stay at this level for next 2 days. Doesn't need to break out or break down, because just imagine, right? You just think from the institution perspective. If you have a 200, $300 million to invest, right? Or maybe 100 million, or maybe 10 million, or maybe 1 million. If you are an institutional investor and you have a people's money in your hand, your job is to invest, and make sure that the you invest in the low risk environment. You tell me, after this big red day, would you be putting money in? And especially when it's a red day without any consolidation on a daily chart. I would not spend my retirement income when the market is moving, uh, 400, 600, 700 points in the one day. Look at the previous days where market is just slowly grinding up. you know that's where the environment is for the investors right now. If I wear my investor hat, I would see that it's sharply dropped from the highs rejected. We are in the range, but I would not be putting my money or my client's money in the investment in the market at this point. I want market to consolidate little more now. You see what I'm saying? If it's this really pulling back, I want market to consolidate here. No, go short. What I told you, anytime you see the long trade, you go short. Anytime you see a short trade, you go long. Unless this ranges breaks. It's close to 10:30, so market is about to. Um, I tried just one MNQ. Uh, I'm just trying one MNQ, shorting it. Yeah, I'm shorting it. Just one MNQ under 25110. What happened here? Why doesn't let me do that? What happened? There's something wrong here. It doesn't let me do that. I think I got disconnected. Let me just reconnect here. No, no, I mean from my platform. Something wrong here. Come on, let me just come here. Why doesn't let me? Okay, I'm disconnected from my platform. Okay, I'm connected now. Okay, I'm already showed here. Here you go, I'm making money. That a bit, not too much, only one MNQ. I'm going to cover on 25,000 retest. Here you go. I wish I would have showed it NQ. I'm out. What did I tell you? You have to listen, Khurshid. What are you doing? Okay, that's good. But anyway, I think the range beauty is that you just take the opposite trade what you see. You're gonna make better money. The moment you see the breakout, people gonna go long. What you gonna do? You're gonna short. But don't do that because then you used to, and you even in the trending day, you think, oh, every pop is going to get short, and then you're just gonna mess up the psychology. That's why it's really important. See, that's why what we say that there's a million ways to make money in the market. Okay, because market is random. There's a million strategies. But if you do one strategy one day, another strategy other day, you're never gonna be consistently profitable trader because then your mind going to play trick with you. Now, so assume that today you're making money by shorting the pops. When they tomorrow is gonna be the trending day, you still be shorting it. Why? Because your mind knows that you made money last time. He gonna forget the context. So that's why what you really do is basically don't make the bad money. This is called we call the bad money because even you're gonna make money, but it's gonna be so easier for you to lose. So look at this drop. Look at this drop. Do you see that drop? I mean, I basically just took the one MNQ and then stopped out. I mean, just a profit, small profit. But I'm telling you that if you take this money, then market will take this money from you very quickly. So it's better even not to watch this price action because this price action also damage your good memory. All right, guys, I'm going to stop, man. I'm not trading anymore. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I feel like if there will be no further news in the market will just keep doing it this for the whole day. And I also believe that if markets really wants to go the next leg up, markets needs to consolidate here. Because at this point, we have seen, yeah, last Friday a big down day. Then we have a gap up day. Then we have a down and up day. Again, yesterday down and up day. So today is just maybe an inside day. Yeah, just a range day where we're consolidating. Because as I said, that if I have $100 million to invest for the clients, I would not be investing money in the market unless I see some consolidation. I will not be investing. See, you need to understand, market moves from the investors, not from the traders. Yeah, but I'm saying that we need to follow, in order for us to make money, we need to follow the smart money. So smart money is not going to put the money in the market over the highs after this big red day, when there's risk reward is really, not there, unless you see start consolidating, or Trump comes back and say, you know what, oh, everything's sorted out with China, there is no tariff news anymore, right? Unless then if the catalyst doesn't change, then everyone would be fearful, right? And market does the same. Market has a way to do things without telling people to do, right? So it came down and it moved back up. People really now thinking, oh, it has a good strength. Market is really consolidating. It's moving up. You know what? A lot of traders going to make money. You start spending money on it. Investing on it. And next day you see the market is gapping down and start coming back down. That's the way market has its own way to trap people. So a lot of noise trader are gonna think, oh, market is now reclaim the 21 EMA, over the 9 EMA, very strong. We have seen two backtest pullbacks. It's really strong. I should go long here. And the moment they're gonna go long today and tomorrow, you're gonna see a gap down there. You see what I'm saying? All right, guys. I'm thinking it's almost 10:30 now. We have almost 10:30. A very sharp consolidation so far. I think we should take a leave now. All right, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go for a walk. This is nothing but a chop day. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm in Georgia. So send me your message me your number, okay? I'm gonna pass on to that person who's asking me. Okay? All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye. Thank you, guys.